Well, as you can see, it's not a muddy Christmas here in Omaha, Nebraska. Hello everyone, Semi-Retired Bob here. I talk about the proper human diet, all things related to the proper human diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today's just going to be a quick one. I wanted to get out here and walk in the snow a little bit, just to take in the white Christmas that we're getting. I'm sure a lot of people are less than happy about this because when people think of white Christmas, they think of the snow on the ground, but they don't want it actively falling on the roads while they're trying to drive to their Christmas festivities. And as you can see, it's coming down pretty good. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for stopping by. Why don't you help me get the word out that it's never too late to change your life? Go ahead and hit the like, drop down in the comments and say hi, Bob. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. All those little things that are absolutely free help me get the word out. It's never too late to change your life. I'm 60 years old. I'm doing things now that I couldn't do when I was 40. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. Before I forget, let me say Merry Christmas to everybody. One of the main things I wanted to do was just get out here and see how those winter boots from Fitville they sent me performed on the slippery sidewalks. And they seem to have pretty good traction. It's not super icy. I was afraid it might be icy because it rained all day yesterday and then switched over to snow. And a lot of times when it does that, we'll get that frozen layer of ice underneath of it that makes traveling treacherous. But it looks like it's basically just slushy on the street. But I hope everybody has a safe and Merry Christmas. I did get a question on yesterday's video, and I thought I'd address that real quick. Someone said, well, what do I see all these people that have been long-term carnivores, keto, low carbs, and their A1C starts to creep back up, 5.7, 5.8, even 5.9 and 6.0, and sometimes even a little bit higher. Isn't that dangerous? Doesn't that show that low carb doesn't work? No. You have to understand, A1C is an average over about 30 days. It's supposed to be a 3-month average, but it's more accurate of the last 30 to 45 days. But what happens, when let's say you're a diabetic with an A1C of 6.5. Well, that's the average. So how high are you spiking? And how low are you dropping? The up and down of the spiking of your blood sugar to end up with an average of 6.5. It's the really high spikes that do the damage. If you're eating a carnivore, low carb, keto, proper human diet, you're not getting those great big spikes. So, when you're having one meal, as I do, or some of you eat 2 meals, but you have one meal bigger than the other because you do want that little bit of an insulin bump to keep things working properly. But because you're not getting those great big spikes, you know, if you're showing an A1C of 6.0, your blood sugar is probably only wavering between, you know, 5.8 and 6.2, as opposed to, you know, the huge swings of, you know, 12, 13, 14, that kind of stuff. So I don't think a slowly creeping up A1C is anything to be concerned about. It's just something that can happen. I don't know why it happens. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I don't understand. I don't know why it happens. But I do know several people have talked about how it's not dangerous as long as you're not giving yourself those big spikes by dumping a bunch of carbs down your throat. Oh yeah. I might have to get a face mask of some sort because it's not super cold out here. It's about 26, 27 degrees. But the wind pushing the snow onto my face is really cold. But this was more about no excuses. Getting out and doing my walk every day than anything else. I've been walking a little bit slower because I want to be careful in the snow. I don't want to, you know, slip and fall and hurt myself. But I do still want to get out here and walk every day as part of the no excuses 1% better every day thing. But that's really all I wanted today, guys. I want to jump on here real quick, show you the beautiful snow in Omaha, Nebraska. For those of you that are living places where you're not getting a white Christmas, I thought I'd share mine with you. But yeah, sorry, that snow smacking me in the face is really cold. But I just wanted to come on today and say I hope each and every one of you has a very Merry Christmas. And again, I want to thank each and every one of you for making my channel the success that it is. I do really appreciate that. That's what I've got for you on this fine white Christmas. Don't forget, get out there, be 1% better. Today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I'll see you in the next one.